My name is Shinko. Welcome to my channel. We have been reading The Warriors Into the Wild by Erin Hunter. We just left off at chapter 12, right before the gatherings beginning. Now the cats are all down at the four trees where they have their meeting every full moon, so once a month. Now we left off right before leaders are going to speak soon. Some of the cats are talking about sharing stories, and they're talking about the great big clans, Lion Clan and Leopard Clan and Tiger Clan. It is exactly as it sounds. They're talking about actual tigers, lions, all of that. That's in their history. They believe that they're from those clans. Well, descendant, they believe. And as you go through this series, their belief in Star Clan and everything plays a very big role. Okay? Star Clan plays a very big role. Their own belief system plays a very big. Their warrior code, everything, it's their honor system. It's their religion, essentially. So, let's get going. Lionheart! Greypaw greeted his mentor with affectionate touch of his nose. Lionheart shook his head in mock despair. Don't you youngsters know your history? Leopard Clan are the swiftest cats, huge and golden, spotted with black paw prints. You can thank Leopard Clan for the speed and hunting skills you now possess. Thank them? Why? Asked the young tabby. Lionheart gazed down at the little apprentice and then answered, There's a trace of all the great cats in every cat today. We would not be night hunters without our Tiger Clan ancestors. And our love for the sun's warmth comes from Lion Clan. He paused. You are a Shadow Clan, apprentice, aren't you? How many moons are you? The tabby stared awkwardly down at the ground. 6 moons, he stammered, not meeting Lionpaw's eyes. Rather small for 6 moons, Lionheart murmured. His tone was gentle, but his gaze was searching and serious. My mother was small too, answered the tabby nervously. He bowed his head and then backed away, disappearing into the crowd of cats with a twitch of his light brown tail. Lionheart turned to Firepaw and Greypaw. Well, he might be small, but at least he was curious. If only you two showed as much interest in the stories your elders told. Sorry, Lionheart, Firepaw and Greypaw mewed, exchanging doubtful glances. Lionheart grunted good-naturedly. Oh, go away, the pair of you. Next time, I hope Bluestar decides to bring apprentices who appreciate what they hear. And with a half-hearted growl, he chased them away from the group. Come on, purred Greypaw as they leaped away. Let's see where Ravenpaw's gotten to. Ravenpaw was in the middle of a group of apprentices who were clamoring for him to tell them about the battle with River Clan. Go on, Ravenpaw, tell us what happened, called a pretty black and white she-cat. Ravenpaw shyly shuffled his paws and shook his head. Come on, Ravenpaw, insisted another. Ravenpaw looked around and saw Firepaw and Greypaw at the edge of the crowd. Firepaw nodded encouragingly. Ravenpaw flicked his tail in acknowledgement, then began his story. He stumbled a bit at first, but as he continued, the tremor disappeared from his voice and his audience leaned in, their eyes growing wider. Fur was flying everywhere. Blood splattered the leaves of the bramble bushes, bright red against green. I just fought off a huge warrior and sent him squealing into the bushes when the ground shook. And I heard a warrior scream. It was Oakheart. Redtail raced past me, his mouth dripping blood and his fur torn. Oakheart is dead, he howled. Then he rushed off to help Tigerclaw as he fought another warrior. Who would have thought Ravenpaw was such a good storyteller? Graypaw murmured to Firepaw, sounding impressed. But Firepaw was thinking of something else. What was it Ravenpaw had said? That Redtail had killed Oakheart? But according to Tiger Claw, Oakheart had killed Redtail, and he, Tiger Claw, had killed Oakheart in revenge. If Redtail killed Oakheart, who killed Redtail? Firepaw hissed to Graypaw. If who did what? Graypaw echoed absent-mindedly. He was only half listening to Firepaw. Firepaw shook his head to clear it. Ravenpaw must have been mistaken, he thought. He must have meant Tiger Claw. Ravenpaw was coming to the end of his story. Finally, Redtail dragged the wheeling cat off Tiger Claw by his tail, and with the strength of the whole of Tiger Clan, flung him into the bushes. A moving shadow caught Firepaw's eye. He glanced around and saw Tiger Claw standing a short distance away. The warrior was watching Ravenpaw with an iron stare. Unaware of his mentor's presence, Ravenpaw continued to answer question after question from his enthusiastic audience. What were Oakheart's dying words? Is it true that Oakheart had never lost a battle before? Ravenpaw replied promptly, with his voice high and clear, his eyes shining. But when Firepaw glanced back at Tiger Claw, he saw a look of horror and then fury creep over the warrior's face. Clearly, Tiger Claw was not enjoying Ravenpaw's story at all. Firepaw was just about to say something to Graypaw when a loud yell signaled to all the cats were quiet. Firepaw couldn't help feeling relieved as Ravenpaw fell silent at last, and Tiger Claw turned away. Firepaw looked up to see where the yell had come from. 3 cats sat silhouetted against the moonlit sky on top of the great rock. They were Blue Star, Broken Star, and Crooked Star. The clan leaders were about to begin the meeting. But where was the Wind Clan leader? Surely they won't start the meeting without Tall Star, Firepaw hissed under his breath. I don't know, Graypaw murmured back. Haven't you noticed? There isn't a single Wind Clan cat here, whispered a River Clan apprentice on the other side of Firepaw. Firepaw guessed that similar conversations were going on all around him, as the other cats were gathering beneath the great rock. An unsettled murmuring rumbled in their throats. We can't start yet, yelled one voice above the noise. Where are the Wind Clan representatives? We must wait until all clans are present. On top of the rock, Blue Star stepped forward. Her gray fur glowed almost white in the moonlight. Cats of all clans, welcome, she meowed in a clear voice. It is true that Wind Clan is not present, but Broken Star wishes to speak anyway. Broken Star, Shadow Clan's leader, padded noiselessly up to stand beside Blue Star. He surveyed the crowd for a few moments, his orange eyes burning. He took a deep breath, then began. Friends, I come to speak to you tonight about the needs of Shadow Clan. But he was interrupted by raised, impatient voices from below. Where's Tall Star? Cried one. Where are the Wind Clan warriors? Yelled another. Broken Star stretched up to his full height, lashed his tail from side to side. As the leader of Shadow Clan, it is my right to address you here, he growled in a voice full of menace. The crowd fell into an uneasy silence. All around him, Firepaw could smell the tang of fear. Broken Star yelled again. We all know that the hard time of Leaf Bear and late New Leaf have left us with little prey in our hunting grounds, but we also know that Wind Clan, River Clan, Thunder Clan lost many kits in the freezing weather that came so late this season. Shadow Clan did not lose kits. We are hardened to the cold north wind. Our kits are stronger than yours from the moment they are born. And so we find ourselves with many mouths to feed and too little prey to feed them. The crowd fell silent, listening anxiously. The needs of ShadowClan are simple. In order to survive, we must increase our hunting territory. That is why I insist that you allow ShadowClan warriors to hunt in your territories. A shocked but muted growl rippled through the crowd. Sure, hunting grounds, called the outraged voice of Tigerclaw. It is unprecedented, cried the tortoiseshell queen from RiverClan. The clans have never shared hunting rights. Should ShadowClan be punished because our kids thrive? Brokestar yelled from Great Rock. Do you want us to watch our young starve? You must share what you have with us. Must, spat Smolier furiously from the back of the crowd. Must, repeated Brokestar. WindClan failed to understand this. In the end, we were forced to drive them out of their territory. Snarls of outrage burst from the crowd, but Brokestar's caterwaul rang loud above them. And if we have to, we will drive you all from your hunting grounds in order to feed our hungry kids. There was instant silence. On the other side of the clearing, Ravenpaw heard a RiverClan apprentice start to mutter something, but he was quickly shushed by an elder. Satisfied they had every cat's attention, Brokestar continued. Each year, the Tulik spoil more of our territory. At least one clan must remain strong if all the clans are to survive. ShadowClan thrives while you all struggle, and there may come a time when you will need us to protect you. You doubt our strength? Hissed Tigerclaw. His pale eyes glared threateningly at the ShadowClan leader, and his powerful shoulders rippled with tension. I do not ask for your answer now. Brokestar ignored the warrior's challenge. You must each go away and consider my words, but bear this in mind. Would you prefer to share your prey, or be driven out and left homeless and starving? Warriors and elders and apprentices looked at one another in disbelief. In the anxious pause that followed, Crookedstar, RiverClan leader, stepped forward. I have already agreed to allow ShadowClan some hunting rights in the river that runs through our territory. He meowed quietly, gazing down at his clan. Horror and humiliation rippled through the RiverClan cats at their leader's words. We were not consulted, cried a grisly silver tabby. I feel this is the best for our clan. For all the clans, Crookedstar explained, his voice heavy with resignation. There are plenty of fish in the river. It is better to share our prey than to spill blood fighting for it. And what of ThunderClan? Smolier croaked. Bluestar, have you two agreed to this outrageous demand? Bluestar unwaveringly met with the old cat's gaze. I have made no agreement with Brokenstar, except that I shall discuss his proposal with my clan after the gathering. Well, at least that's something, muttered Greypaw in Firepaw's ear. We'll show them we're not as soft as that yellow-bellied RiverClan. Brokestar spoke up again, his rasping voice sounding arrogant and strong after Crookedstar's surrender. I also bring news that is important to the safety of your kids. A ShadowClan cat has turned rogue and spurned the warrior code. We chased her out of the camp, but we do not know where she is now. She looks like a mangy old creature, and she has a bite like TigerClan. Firepaw's fur bristled. Could Brokestar possibly be talking about Yellowfang? He pricked up his ears, curious to hear more. She is dangerous, I warn you. Do not offer shelter to her. And, Brokestar paused dramatically, until she is caught and killed, I urge you to keep a close eye on your kids. Landed there. Do you think he's talking about Yellowfang? What do you think of the proposal? Do you think ShadowClan's in the right? I personally don't think ShadowClan's in the right. They're under new leadership, And when a new leader takes over, the clan does need to follow what the leader says. I'm going to give you one detail about leaders. They have 9 lives. In this series, leaders legitimately have 9 lives. So to go against a leader, you're going against a cat that can die not 8 times and come back to life. So I'll leave you with that thought. I really hope you're having a good day. My day off work, so have a good day.